Hi everyone, my name is Claire.
And I'm John.
And today the article is called UFOs over the US. I'm sure this title might call up some ideas in your mind. UFOs, aliens, flying saucers. Or actually, in the news reports I read, it wasn't UFO, unidentified flying object. It was
UAP.
UAP, which stands for?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Ooh, well, that sounds fancier.
It's like the new word for UFO, which means the same thing. Anyways.
It means the same thing. Anyway, I thought this was a great opportunity for us to get into some crazy ideas. So I'm going to start straight away with the question, John. Do you think there is other life in the universe?
Oh.
Are there aliens out there somewhere?
So I flip in between yes and no. I'm on the yes side, though, because it seems statistically possible for aliens to exist somewhere in the universe, which is possibly even a multiverse. So who even knows about that as well? But over the billions and billions of planets, there's got to be something with some sort of life. We've already found evidence of possible life on Mars. Of course, it's very microscopic, but that means there were planets or are planets that could, can, or will support life in some form, and that could cause, aliens as we know them to exist somehow. And then I go back to no. And I'm like, maybe life is so rare to evolve to a point that it is now, that it just hasn't happened. And every time the universe is expanded, and what would be nice if it contracts and expands, contracts, that theory. Every time it goes, there's no life, and we just happen to be very rare. But I don't know. I feel like aliens could exist. Have they visited the US, or the US, the planet? Probably not. The US is the planet, by the way. It's everything.
That does lead me to another thought. As a kid, I always did wonder, because all the alien abduction stories, the crop circle stories, the potential alien spaceship crash site stories or UFO crash site stories, they're all from America. I thought, why did the aliens always visit the Americans and never the British? I
mean, there's people in Britain that are like, oh, I saw you, but it never visits. They just fly over like, ooh, okay, where's America? Yeah, it's a good point.
I think, and I asked my Korean students as well, I was like, so have you heard any alien abduction stories or potential crash alien spaceships or government cover-ups? And they were all like, no, it does always seem to be in America. The aliens are very American-centric.
And they speak English too, I'm sure, at least in the movies.
Obviously. Well, I taught, out in space as well, so.
Of course, yes. You're a very famous teacher out there.
Yes, I am.
Oh, wow. Do you believe in aliens? Or believe or think they could exist?
I do. Again, I think I've heard of a number of scientists talk about statistics and considering how large the universe is and how much, what we know about the potential for life-supporting environments is perfectly possible.
Yeah. There's a lot of habitable planets, Goldilocks zones out there. And there has to be one with something on it.
So, let's jump into this article and find out, is it about aliens? Read the full thing or just the summary if you've only got a short amount of time, and then we'll come back and discuss it together.
UFOs over the U.S. Several unidentified flying objects were shot down over North America in February, most notably a huge balloon that turned out to be from China. Balloons have been used for hundreds of years for spying and military action, including a failed Japanese attack on the U.S. near the end of World War II. However, China insists that the incident is a misunderstanding, and the balloon was simply a weather balloon that had gotten slightly off course.